Hello students, good morning to all of you. In last video, we studied phenol formaldehyde and related polymers. Under this article, we studied the important polymers like bakelite and melamine formaldehyde polymer. So, today we are going to study the next article in this topic, and that topic is molecular mass and degree of polarization of polymers. Molecular mass and degree of polymerization of polymers. That means how molecular mass and degree of polarization of polymers, they are related to each other, that we are going to discuss in this article. So polymer is a complex mixture of molecules of different molecular masses. Polymer, it is nothing but it is a complex mixture. So it is the complex mixture of molecules of different molecular masses. Hence, molecular mass of a polymer, molecular mass of a polymer is an average of the molecular mass of constituent molecule. Average of the molecular masses of constituent constituents molecules. So molecular mass of a polymer is an average of the molecular masses of constituent molecules. So molecular mass of a polymer, it depends upon degree of polymerization. So molecular mass of a polymer, it depends upon the degree of polymerization. So degree of polymerization, it is indicated by symbol dP. So dP, it is the degree of polymerization. So dP, that is degree of polymerization, it is the number of monomer units. dP, it is the number of monomer units. In a polymeric molecule. In a polymer molecule or polymeric molecule. So dP, it is nothing but it is the number of monomer units in a polymeric molecule. So low molecular mass polymer, low molecular mass polymers are liable to be brittle. So polymer having a low molecular mass, they are liable to be brittle, or they are brittle in nature, while polymer having high molecular mass, they become tough. So low molecular mass polymers are liable to be brittle, and they have low mechanical strength low mechanical strength. While polymer having high molecular mass, they become tough. So most of the mechanical properties of polymer, it depends upon their molecular mass. Most of the mechanical properties depends upon the molecular mass of polymer. So most of mechanical properties of polymer depends upon the molecular mass of polymer. So low molecular mass polymer are liable to be brittle and have low mechanical strength, while high molecular mass polymer, they become tough. So in order to exhibit the properties needed for a particular application, in order to exhibit the properties needed for particular application, a polymer must possess a molecular mass more than certain minimum. So molecular must have, in order to exhibit the properties needed for particular application, polymer must possess. So polymer must possess. So polymer must possess a molecular mass. A molecular mass. Polymer must possess a molecular mass more than certain minimum value. More than certain minimum value. So in order to exhibit properties needed for a particular application, polymer must possess a molecular mass more than certain minimum value. So this minimum molecular mass, it corresponds to critical degree of polymerization. It corresponds to critical degree of polymerization. So minimum molecular mass corresponds to this minimum molecular mass corresponds to critical degree of polymerization. So for polymer containing hydrogen bonding, the critical degree of polymerization is lower than those containing weak intermolecular forces. Listen carefully. So for a polymer containing hydrogen bonding, critical degree of polymerization, it is nothing but minimum molecular mass corresponds to polymer. So for a polymer containing hydrogen bonding, critical degree of polymerization is lower than those containing weak intermolecular forces. Thus, here we studied molecular mass and degree of polymerization of polymers. Listen once again. So polymer are nothing but these are the complex mixture of molecules of different molecular masses. So molecular mass of a polymer, it is nothing but it is the average of molecular masses of constituent molecules. Molecular mass of a polymer, it is an average of molecular mass of constituent molecules. So molecular mass of polymer, it depends upon the degree of polymerization. So degree of polymerization, it is nothing but, or it is related to the molecular mass. So molecular mass of polymer, it depends upon the degree of polymerization. In short, it is called as dP. So dP, it is nothing but number of monomer units in a polymeric molecule. So most of the mechanical properties of polymer, it depends upon molecular mass of polymer. Most of mechanical properties of polymer, for example, tensile strength, toughness, etc., they depends upon the molecular mass of polymer. So polymer having a low molecular mass, they are brittle and they have low mechanical strength, while polymer having high molecular mass, they become tough. So in order to exhibit certain properties, polymer must possess a molecular mass more than certain minimum value. In order to exhibit the properties needed for a particular application, in order to exhibit the properties needed for a particular application, polymer must possess molecular mass more than certain minimum value. So this minimum molecular mass, it corresponds to critical degree of polymerization. So for a polymer containing hydrogen bonding, critical degree of polymerization is lower than those of containing weak intermolecular forces. So after studying molecular mass and degree of polymerization of polymer, now we are going to study the next important article, and that article is biodegradable polymers. So most of the synthetic polymers and plastic, they cannot be degraded. By microbes. So most of the synthetic polymers which we are using in daily life, or plastic, it cannot degraded by microbes, that is microorganism. So they stays in the environment for longer time and causes pollution. So the polymers which we are using in daily life, or plastic which we are using in daily life, they cannot be degraded by microorganisms. They stays in the environment for a long time and it causes pollution. So to overcome this problem, nowadays biodegradable polymers are derived, or biodegradable polymers are synthesized. That means in order to avoid the pollution, nowadays biodegradable polymers are used, or they are synthesized. So the biodegradable polymers which we are going to study in this topic are PHBV, and next one it is the nylon 2, nylon 6. So we are going to study in detail about these two biodegradable polymers, PHBV, and next one it is the nylon 2, nylon 6. So let's study the first of all PHBV. So PHBV, its another name is poly beta hydroxybutyrate CO, that is the copolymer of beta hydroxyvalerate. So this PHBV, it is the biodegradable polymer. It is a biodegradable polymer, and this PHBV, it is the copolymer of beta hydroxybutyric acid. It is the copolymer of beta hydroxybutyric acid, and beta hydroxyvaleric acid. So PHBV, it is the copolymer of beta hydroxybutyric acid and beta hydroxyvaleric acid. So here OH group of one monomer. These two are the monomers to prepare the polymer PHBV. So here during the formation of PHBV, OH or hydroxyl group of one monomer, by reacting with by reacting with carboxyl group of other. So OH group of one monomer by reacting with carboxyl group of other monomer, there will be the formation of ester linkage. See here, hydroxyl group of one monomer, it forms ester linkage by reacting with carboxyl group of other monomer. So PHBV, it can be prepared by two monomers, beta hydroxybutyric acid and beta hydroxyvaleric acid. Let's study the reaction. So in the preparation, beta hydroxybutyric acid undergoes polymerization with beta hydroxyvaleric acid. So the first monomer, beta hydroxybutyric acid, having the formula HO, then here CH, then CH3, then CH2, then COOH. So this is the beta hydroxybutyric acid. Beta hydroxybutyric acid. So this beta hydroxybutyric acid, it contains N number during the polymerization. So N number of or large number of beta hydroxybutyric acid, it reacts with another monomer, that is the beta hydroxyvaleric acid. So beta hydroxyvaleric acid having the formula N times, that means number of beta hydroxyvaleric acids are used during the polymerization process. So N, here OH, CH, here CH2, CH3, that is C2H5, then here CH2, then here COOH. So this is the beta hydroxy. This is the beta hydroxyvaleric acid. Beta hydroxyvaleric acid. So when these two monomer, they undergoes polymerization. When they undergoes polymerization, at that time large number of water molecules are liberated or eliminated as a byproduct and formation of PHBV takes place. So here this COOH group and OH group, OH and COOH group, they react with each other. Elimination of water molecule from COOH and HO takes place and formation of PHBV takes place. So the product is represented as here O, then here CH, then here CSC. So here instead of writing OH, only we have to write the O, because this H, it is involved in the reaction with another monomer here. So here O, then here CH, CH3, then next one it is the CH2, then next COOH and OH. From these two functional group, water molecule is eliminated. So here, therefore, the fragment remaining is C double bond O and here O. This is the ester linkage. So the ester linkage is formed by elimination of water molecule. Then here, the next one, it is CH, here CH, then under it there is CH2, CH3 fragment, then here next it is the CH2, and here again this COOH group, it is reacted with another monomer here with the hydroxyl group and only CO it is remaining. That's why here C double bond O. Thus such repeating units, they joined with number of units, then formation of polymer takes place, and that polymer is PHBV. So in this way, formation of PHBV takes place. Then the next biodegradable polymer is nylon to nylon 6. So nylon to nylon 6, it is again the biodegradable polymers. So this biodegradable polymer, it is a polyamide copolymer. It is a polyamide copolymer of two amino acids, and these two amino acids are glycine. These are glycine. And next amino acid is epsilon aminocaproic acid. So nylon to nylon 6, it is the polyamide copolymer of two amino acids. It is the polyamide copolymer of two amino acids, and these two amino acids are, first one it is the glycine, and second one it is the alpha aminocaproic acid. So in this way, formation of nylon to nylon 6 takes place. When n number of glycine molecule, they reacts with n number of omega aminocaproic acid, then formation of nylon to nylon 6 takes place. Then next article, it is commercially important polymers. So in our textbook, number of commercially important polymers are taken there, and these commercial important polymers, they are also used in the various purposes in our daily life. So you please see these commercially important articles which are given in the textbook. So here we finish this particular topic, and that topic, it is the introduction to polymer chemistry. So in the introduction to polymer chemistry, we studied about the types, then preparation, then properties and uses of certain polymers. So we will stop here. Thank you.